What is going on, everybody? It's Prime Time Fitz here. I'm doing my first solo live today because it's Veterans Day. I thought that it would be a really good jumping off point. So, this may not be that long. We may not necessarily get anybody in here, but I'm going to go ahead and pay my respects and give a little bit of background. And if people come in here want to chat it up, let me know. So, like I said, it is Veterans Day. And if you have not told, then a tale from the apparel that I wear, I am a United States Navy vet. So, let's get it from the start. Originally from California, I joined the Navy in 2006 because of 9/11. I loved every minute of my enlistment. I met some of the best people in the world. Um, I experienced a lot of things that I never thought that I would experience. So there was definitely a lot of fun that I definitely had whenever I was in the Navy. So Veterans Day, I come from a family of vets, so I always got to pay my respects to all the veterans that are out there. I salute you. Thank you for your service. And anytime that you guys come on by Prime, go ahead and let me know. We'll talk it up. But as we all know, Prime does take care of our veterans out here. We do like to have as many veterans as we possibly can. So if any veterans that are out there that end up wanting to come out to Prime, hit me up. My my email will be actually in the description. I have my referral code. If you guys go ahead and submit an application, will put me on a referral. I appreciate that, and it also give you a chance to where you guys can actually get attached to me, because as well as what we know, especially within the veteran community, veterans take care of veterans, and that's the way it's always been, and I think that's the way that it should be. So if you guys end up getting want to come on out, I'll do the best of what I can in order to make sure that we get attached. Now, we may not necessarily get attached because the way that the system works at Prime, we have a survey that you'll take whenever you come in that you'll end up basically asking some general questions, and those questions are asked to you and they're also asked to the instructors, so that we end up getting paired based on a star rating. So if you guys answer those questions truthfully, I know I do, maybe we can get attached. And also, if you guys, whenever you get here, you'll end up filing another application. And that application you can actually put, if you have a PSD, which stands for Prime Student Driver, ends up being on there. You can actually see if we can end up getting attached. I do end up having multiple students from time to time. Actually, most of the time, I end up having multiple students. So I might have that many students, but there's always a chance that I might have an opening, or I can put you with one of my guys that are out here that are as good as, I would even say a lot of them end up being better than what I am. So, what's up, Twisted? Look who's solo. So, Twist is in the chat. So, but whenever it comes down to it on the vet side, if you guys want to come on in, hit me up, email me, shoot me a message. Let me know the questions that what you have. I'll do the best of what I can to answer all of them, and I'll help you as much as what I can going along the way. So, and the thing is, we do, like I said, we take care of our veterans. Every one of our veterans, Robert wants us to be identified. We got a sticker that we end up putting on the side of the truck that we're actually going to be revamping that sticker. I'm part of the driver advisory board. In the driver advisory board, we actually advise the upper parts of the company. So Robert Lowe, Steve Wiki, and all the department heads. This is one of the only companies, I got to say that this is one of the only companies that actually go and do that actually take the time to listen to the drivers, to get their input, and to put it to work. I will say this, that is, man, that is one of the best things that are about this company. And was lucky enough to where I was selected to be on the driver advisory board. And man, I've loved every minute of it. We've gotten a lot of stuff done, and we got a lot of things to come. I wish I could talk a little bit more about it, but the thing is, we don't want to put anything out there and it may not end up happening. And then we end up looking bad, and I don't want to be the person to put that information out there. You know what I mean? So, but we've been talking with Robert, and we've been talking with marketing and everything like that. We're going to be switching up. We're trying to. We want to maybe get some new stickers. We have some different things that are in the works, but vets, come on in. I'm telling you, you're going to have a great time out here. In truck driving alone, I've done a video about it before, talking about the transition out of the military, how this ends up being one of the better jobs, especially whenever it comes to transitioning, because you're given your space, you're given the task of what you need to do. You get out there, you start rocking and rolling. It's minimal oversight. So the thing is, you don't have the micromanaging of what you would in a business setting or something to that effect. You're allowed to have your time to yourself. You can just go out there and do what you have to do, execute the mission, and rock and roll. So, I mean, that's one of the better things that are actually about this company, even about in trucking in general, because you may end up coming to truck driving and you may not necessarily select Prime. I'm not saying that necessarily may be a bad thing. I know that I selected Prime, and I know that I ended up having an awesome time. That may not necessarily be your cup of tea. That's not a bad thing. That's what makes this country great, is we all have our own individual states of mind. So whenever you make your decision, though, it always might as well be an informed decision. If you end up having any questions or something like that, hit me up, man. And I'll do the best of what I can to answer those questions. And the thing is, I may end up saying, hey, go check out this company, because they're actually end up being closer to what you want to do. I will always be there, and I'll always be there to help the veterans out. That's what we do as a family, and that's what I'll always do. So, but we do have the stickers. Robert does like us to put the stickers on the side of the truck. We have a whole bunch of different trucks that are out here, especially whenever you're going lease. You can get that truck wrapped or decaled and anything that you want. Company side, you can do the same thing, but whenever you go to turn the truck in, it needs to be in the same, needs to be of what they gave it to you. So you need to make sure that the stickers come off and everything like that. But you get some lease guys out here that have some pretty elaborate trucks. I know that I'll end up probably submitting a video of some of them, but we have quite a few trucks that have a really nice custom wraps that are on there. There's a couple there's one that's a Coast Guard, there's one that's a Navy, Marine Corps, Army, Air Force. All the branches are represented with these wraps too, and these are all individual. There's actually a Vietnam veteran one too, and I always got to give a shout out to the Vietnam vets. Man, you guys went through some tough times, but we're here for you. Anything you guys ever need or anything like that, always hit me up. I'll do the best of what I can for you. But we do honor our vets. Anything or any major event that we end up having, Robert wants to acknowledge the vets because he is a vet. So any of our major, actually not even major, even the security, even the safety, I'm all tired if you can't tell. Even the safety meetings at the end of every week, they end up acknowledging the veterans. They'll acknowledge the new PSD students, and they'll acknowledge the vets. And that happens at every function that we have. So if you guys end up wanting to come on out, but just know you're coming into a culture, and you're coming into a company that appreciates you and is going to do everything what they can for you. So if you guys haven't gotten it, good question, Twisted. Like our CEO, Robert Lowe, was actually a Marine Corps vet, and he looks it. You can tell it. And most of the things with vets too, we can always tell which branch. Marine Corps carries themselves in a different way than what other vets do. A little bit more rigid, but you can always end up telling. They'll be the first ones to tell you too. Navy, obviously, with me, I've been more lackadaisical, just like, ugh. But you can always end up telling which branch that the veterans are from. But like I said, it's not going to be necessarily a really long live. I just wanted to get my feet wet and get out here and see what it was like running solo. As you know, I seen from the comments, I'm usually doing the lives with Twisted Big D. Shout out to Twisted. This one, it was more so of a solo deal because I think I need to come in here and say my piece and give my respects to the veterans out there on my own and be like, hey, we are out here for you. And all right, Twisted, man, I'll see you in the morning, brother. But I'll probably be getting off here in a little bit too. But whoever ends up watching the video, and there may maybe be a lot of them that end up watching it, hit me up, man. And one thing about it, don't mean to get on the dark side, but the thing is, veteran suicide is very real. Veteran suicide is very real. We all know the 22 a day, 22 veterans a day commit suicide. We need to bring that number down. That needs to be our number one mission. But if you guys are ever down in the dumps, because I've been there, man, I have been in some dark places, but I've also brought myself back up from them. But I didn't bring myself up alone. I brought myself up with my friends, family, everything like that, my veteran community. It's the same thing, man. We are here for you. If you guys ever get down in the dumps, my email is in the description. Hit me up. I will help you in the best way of what I can. If it's just to be an extra ear, I'm here for you. That's what we always are. No one ever gets left behind. That's the way that the military runs. That's the way that the veteran community runs still. No one's going to get left behind. And I'm going to make sure that I uphold that. But if you guys ever end up wanting to get your CDL, man, come on out here to Prime. I'll do the best of what I can with you. If, like I said, if I don't end up being your instructor, you can always end up getting with one of my friends. Twisted is actually one of them, one of my good friends. You got Justin, got all kinds of vets. I'm sorry, we got all kinds of trainers out here, and a lot of them end up being veterans. So we like to be out here sometimes, vets training vets. So we like to do that sometimes. We like to do that. I would like to do that most of the time. And there's some stuff that I'm working on to see if we can't get that running. But trying to think of anything else that I can really talk about. Oh, here we have last few hours. Vote for JC Rose on the transition trucking. I'm going to put try to put the link in the description. He is actually one of the top three in the nation right now. There's an award that's given out by Transition Trucking that is a more so of a acknowledgement type of an award, but it's a big deal. Top three right now has gone to a popular vote. The winner actually gets a brand new Kenworth T680. So as most of you truck drivers know, those T680 are prime, man. Those are some really nice trucks. The runners up also are taken care of. They end up getting $10,000 towards their the company that they're starting to help get their company off the ground. But let's help get JC up top, man. He is 30-year retired lieutenant colonel, went from all the way from E1 up to lieutenant colonel. As we know, especially being the ones that were enlisted, we always had a different amount of respect for the guys that started out enlisted and went all the way up into the officer realm. And this guy did it. I mean, he went from private all the way up to 04. And man, that is a big deal, man. That is an accomplishment. He needs to be praised for it. And hopefully he will be acknowledged and be given this award. Cause I mean, he personifies everything of what this award means. The man is super motivated, and his motivation sometimes, like, man, even I'm motivated to a point, but I'm like, come on, man, how can you be this motivated, dude? Come on. But one of the best people that I know, man. He's a brother. But get out there, vote for him, guys. Let's get him over the top and Let's help him out. Let's help a brother out. But I think this will pretty much do it for the first live. I don't really want to go necessarily too much into it. But if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, man. Make sure that you're getting some of my content that's coming out. Give me some ideas on some lives too. And I'm wanting to start doing some veteran interviews. And give me an idea. Submit some people that you think that I should try to get on here and see if we can end up having a conversation and everything like that. If you guys end up seeing me out here on the pad, or if you guys are kind of prime and end up seeing me, believe me, I'm pretty hard to miss. I'm 6'5", over 300 pounds. You're going to see me. So come up to me, say what's up, Primetime Fitz. If you guys want to do a video, let me know about it and we'll get some rocking and rolling. But until then, I want you all to drive safe and happy Veterans Day.